This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Morning, Nat.
We got a Friday vibe today, don't we, Sean?
Yeah, I can't remember how we started the show, though, to get that Friday vibe going. Oh, we talked about give a lotto.
Yeah.
And we were trying to see if we were in the game still for
Somebody
lotto.
in WA won $30 million in Powerball, took the whole lot, and then I broke it to Sean that it wasn't him.
So difficult. You know, I know everybody dreams, because once you get that
know.
ticket, there's always some sign that you think this is going to be the moment where I decide they're going to win lotto.
Absolutely filthy that, like, I buy my ticket from a very tiny outlet.
Yeah.
It's like there must be 3 people that buy tickets from there. Somebody's won big. They didn't take the Division 1, but they took Division 2 from my tiny little lotto outlet. And I'm like, it wasn't me because I forgot to buy tickets. I was busy.
That's your luck run out, mate. You'll
I
have to find a
know,
new
very
spot.
disappointing. We caught up with Jason Richardson to chat all things Cox Plate and then a lot of random stuff as well.
Heaps of random stuff. Alana King from the Perth Scorchers came in. They start their season this weekend.
Yeah.
And, she was good to chat to.
She's a ripper, isn't she?
Pocket rocket.
We talk about terrible times to be dumped. Like, for example, when you've just moved across the country with your boyfriend of 4 years and spent all your savings on the removalists and setting up in a new house and everything, and then he hands you a note.
Yeah, that's not nice at all.
No, it's not.
And Jamie Jury joins us as well. So if you're into to design stuff and stuff that Jamie Jury does, you know,
Yep.
sort of high quality, you'll like this. If you're not, it's quite boring.
Nathan. Don't cry there. Nat.
A moment, please.
And Sean.
Oh, yeah, no, this has become real.
937.
It's 6:03. Nathan and Sean, Shorty Mac. Good morning.
Good morning, Nat. This might be the last time you see me. I'm tipping it will be.
Sean, I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Why?
But you are talking about the Lotto Super Draw.
Someone in WA,
I know.
$30 million.
Do you know it's the biggest Division 1 prize to be won in WA since July last year?
Oh,
And I can't believe you won it. It's amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I've got to make sure that I check my numbers, but I do remember seeing the numbers, and the numbers had a 14 in it, and I had a quick...
that is compelling evidence. You're right.
I had a quick
scan
of my Powerball,
And yours-
I
you
do
had a
have
14.
multiple lines with a 14 in it.
Well,
So I'm pretty much there.
yeah. No, that is all the evidence we need.
You know-
Give him the money.
That's right. You know when you have those stories too, because on Tuesday when I was at Woolies, the Woolies down the road from us,
yes.
and I was just about to walk out, and I just spotted the Chinese lady at the lotto shop.
They're lovely, those people there.
We caught eyes, and then I thought, that's a sign. So I walked in to buy a Powerball, and she thought I was buying 4. Have you won a lotto?
Amy's just handed me something. That is, last night's Powerball draw also produced a Division 2 ticket worth more than $92,000, which was purchased from Caring Pharmacy East Fremantle, which is where I buy my lotto tickets. Unfortunately, I did not buy a lotto ticket yesterday.
It's not...
But that's why I go there all the time. That's
Which
where
one? Which one?
It's the little pharmacy
underneath,
opposite where they're building the new IGA.
Yeah, underneath Sweetwater.
Yeah. Little pharmacy there.
Where was the...
This is the Division 2.
Okay.
That's
So
the
we don't know the
2.
Division 1?
No, not yet.
So it could
Not
be up
yet.
the road. And what's our one called? What would our be? Sorry, the one I'm talking about called?
Samers News Agency,
Yeah,
maybe?
is it Palmyra or is it?
It would be in Palmyra, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
please,
yeah.
please.
So that pharmacy, that's where I get my dog's Prozac, everybody.
Oh, really?
And often while I'm doing that...
He's off his face every day at the dog park.
He's very chill. I often buy a lotto ticket from them.
Yeah.
I didn't yesterday.
You know what? I wonder if people play the sneaky one. I guess everyone tries to play that sneaky, because that, to me, is the sneaky one. Because the chemist, right?
Yeah, I know. It's
Foremost.
the chemist. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's really small, so it's like it would be obvious. Had I bought that, it would be obviously that I'm the winner. Whereas if you buy, like, say, from Garden City...
Could be many.
Could be many.
The Lucky Dragon.
I don't want you to know that I've won.
Well, we still don't know where the Division 1 sold,
No.
but... You know, my story sounds pretty good at this point in time.
Somebody in East Fremantle, the struggling Battler suburb of East Fremantle, is $92,000 richer, though. Well done to
Right
them.
on the pine.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Cheers to the 7 Seas. Enjoy a magical day on Rottnest Island, courtesy of Rottnest Cruises and Sailing. Book your trip online today at rottnestcruises.com.
This is your chance to celebrate summer's arrival with a little bit of luxury. You'll hit our beautiful WA seas, heading over to Rottnest and then taking a 4-hour luxe seafood cruise around the island. You get a 7-course seafood dinner.
Amazing.
You get beverages. You get all of the views. You get just to live a luxury life, Sean.
No, on a boat. My friend Kindwin, who's my swimming
Yes.
coach, she swam around Rottnest.
Yes.
Now, this is way better because you're on a boat.
Yes, you don't have to swim.
And you're feeding
You
yourself.
don't have to swim. You're just eating, no swimming. And of course, once you've eaten, you have to wait half an hour if you can swim
Of course,
anyway.
of course, they're the
as
rules, we know.
This is all thanks to Rottnest Cruises and Sealink. All you have to do is make it through the 7 Cs. Whoever answers the 7th question correctly will take this incredible prize. Can it be Michelle from Janebrook? Hi, Michelle.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, Michelle. We haven't had anyone that's gone coast to coast. Well, there's a couple of C words, as
Yes.
Natalie pointed out yesterday. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too
Okay,
bad.
that's the spirit. All right, well, let's get into the first C with question number 1. What is the last name of the Perth Wildcats 4-time NBL MVP player?
I don't know.
Perth Wildcat, no?
No.
All right, no joy.
Okay.
All right,
moving on.
to Curtis and Camillo. A couple of C's there. Hello, Curtis.
Hey guys, how you going?
Curtis,
Good,
you're,
mate.
you're prime for this competition.
And of course, remember, all of the answers start with the letter C. Curtis, swoop in on round 1. What is the last name of the Perth Wildcats 4-time NBL MVP player?
Is it Cotton?
Of course it's Cotton. Of
What do you
course
mean,
it is.
Is it cotton?
We're through to round 2. Here we go.
Round 2 question. This dance is traditionally associated with a chorus line of female dancers.
Oh, the conga?
It is not the conga.
Not the conga.
we don't want to
Of
talk
course,
about
we did it
congaing
last
anymore.
week. A lot of males in the conga line.
Chelsea, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hi,
All
Chelsea.
right, you're getting the same round 2 question.
Here we go. This dance is traditionally associated with a chorus line of female dancers.
Can.
Absolutely,
Can.
it's the can. Chelsea, you're through to round 3. Okay, what is the name of the villain in 101 Dalmatians?
Carilla DeVille, sorry. Carilla DeVille.
All right,
Yeah.
yes, Amy
We'll
is
pay
allowing
that.
you to
Yeah,
have
for
that.
sure.
Yes,
Good
Corella
effort.
DeVille is correct. Oh, we're through to round 4. Here we go.
This is your question. What do you call a rich, thick soup prepared with milk or cream and typically containing seafood?
Chowder.
Chowder is correct.
Love a chowder.
Chelsea, you are steaming home. Here we go. We're up to round 5. What is the Great Barrier Reef made of?
Coral.
Is correct. Here we go.
She's flying.
She is flying. 2 more to go.
Here we go, Chelsea. In an orchestra, what is the second biggest string instrument?
Cello.
She's through to the 7th C.
I would have never got that.
Chelsea, here we go. Oh, no, we're building the pressure now. To take it out, Chelsea. What do you call the silky web spun around the larvae of many insects?
Cocoon.
She's done it. She's done it, everybody.
Also a
Chelsea,
beach club in Bali.
you are going to have a cracking day out. You've won a luxury Rottnest experience for you and a mate. It includes that Lux Island seafood cruise and return ferry tickets from Rottnest Cruises and Sealink. What a day out, Chelsea.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well done,
How
Chelsea.
gorgeous.
Fantastic.
And of course, your name also starts with C, so we're super happy about that.
Exactly. Winner.
It's on brand. Congratulations.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Welcome to the studio, our boss, Dave McClung.
Hello, David.
Morning.
You know what you did.
Well, I didn't do anything. It was my birthday yesterday, and I was waiting for you all to wish me happy
Yeah,
birthday.
because you didn't tell anybody. And he kept coming in smirking, like this real little smart-ass smirk. So much so that I'm like, why do you keep coming in here, is what I said to you yesterday. And the reason was because you just wanted to see our faces not say happy birthday to you and revel in it so you could make us feel bad.
Yeah, and I
worked.
hope you do.
No, I don't, because it's on you.
The first message that I saw, and cause I don't get any alerts on my phone, I'm not on Facebook or whatever, but the first one was Natalie will send you a message to say F you.
Yes.
Because you didn't tell us about your birthday.
Yeah,
And I
happy
thought,
birthday.
Oh.
And I normally take the day off. That's why I normally take the day off. But then I knew there'd be hardly anyone in here today and that you guys would forget. So it was like...
Well, and we did. Anyway, happy
More than
birthday.
above us, yeah.
Whatever.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
And I want to tell you a story. So I saw this on TikTok yesterday, but then news.com have picked it up as a story as well. So it's about a girl who she'd been with her boyfriend for 4 years. They're American. They moved together to LA, she's a musician and wanted to do some improv kind of stuff. And so they moved to LA, which was to chase her dream. And she acknowledged that. And then after a while, he said, I'm not happy. I want to move back to Texas to be closer to his family. And she's like, okay, that's fair enough. And so she packed up everything they owned, and she said she drained her savings in order to book the movers, and she had a big farewell party and said goodbye to the new friends that she'd made in LA. And she moved back with him to Texas and then waited for their stuff to arrive and then set up the new house, had to rent a new property, obviously, set it all up. And she said that took about another month or so. And so they're just settling into life in Texas. He goes away on a bit of a family trip.
Yep.
So with his family, they go. She couldn't go for whatever reason or wasn't invited. I'm not sure. When he gets home, after she has uprooted her new life in LA to follow him back to Texas, he hands her a note that says, I don't think we're compatible.
After all that, Nat.
And therefore, bye.
Therefore, you're dropped.
Yeah, that's right. Essentially. And also, a note? They've been together for 4 years. That's a face-to-face conversation, don't you reckon?
Well, it is, but also you don't want to get caught up in trying to say stuff and you forget the right words. So then you go with writing it down that we're not compatible, and that's straight to the point.
Just in case you forget the word incompatible when you really need it. I mean, that hurts. Like she said, why wouldn't he have just said it and gone back to Texas when they were living in LA? If he wasn't that happy, just break up with me then, move back. Fine, I get it. That's no problem. But to make her move all the way back again and then go, nah, I don't, we're not compatible. Bye.
That's one of the 3 strong pillars to a good relationship: compatibility.
Compatibility.
Yeah, it is.
And do you think after 4 years you would have figured out if you're compatible or not?
Well, you would have thought so too.
Does compatibility change over time?
Yeah, it does. It does. I can't remember the other pillars, but I'll get back to them
shortly. What are the other 2 pillars, Sean?
I've forgotten all of them, but I know compatibility is number 2.
It's definitely one of them. Oh, number 2.
Yeah.
Loving them, is that one of them?
That's probably up there. But that's amazing. You often hear that people uproot their lives for another partner, and then it all goes to shit. That's a bad way to break
up with somebody like that. If you're taking notes, if you're wondering how you should break up with somebody, don't do that. Don't make them move across the country and then give them a note.
It's not nice to split up from a relationship or get dumped on the back of you doing something, a good gesture.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And you know what that reminds me of? I mean, we're just talking about moving state, but the Netflix show that you're watching at the moment.
Oh, Nobody Wants This.
Yeah, so I watched it. And so in it, what's her name?
The actress is Kristen Bell.
Yeah, so Kristen Bell is looking at possibly changing religions or
yes, that's right,
or becoming
because she's in love with a rabbi who's
to do that for the partner who's hot.
Yes.
So that would be another thing. Yes. What happens if they got together? I've just done a whole religious course.
Yes, I converted to Judaism and now we're incompatible.
Yeah, exactly.
That would hurt. All right, and we want to know that situation when you went, oh my God, now you're dumping me now. You are seriously dumping me now after everything we've been through,
I've
everything
moved
we've
overseas
done,
for you.
or this situation. This is when you're dumping me. I know it's happened to you.
That's not fun.
I know. Cindy's in Camillo. Hi, Cindy.
Hello.
Hey, Cindy.
Okay, Cindy, talk to us. When did you get dumped in an unbelievable time?
Okay, so my story is very similar to the TikTok chick. But basically, I was in a relationship with his FIFO, so he was in and out and whatever else. We were in a relationship. We got married in July of 2020, so during COVID and all that.
Yes,
Then we, so we were planning on a future and everything else. We were renting, so we thought, we'll buy a house. So we did all that. So in September of 2021, so we're not looking a long time, but we're talking like, this is commitment, we're married and all that.
Yes.
So then anyway, in September of 2021, so basically just over a year, we purchased the property. Now, that property was in his name, which that's all kosher, whatever, we're married.
Yes.
Then December rolls around and no arguments, no nothing, whatever. He comes back from a swing. And like Boxing Day, and then says, no, he didn't want to come away with me, was what it was, because I was just going to go away for the weekend, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I went with my thing, come back, and there's a note on the side table saying, I'm not really ready for a relationship.
You got married.
You bought a house together.
Yeah.
He's not ready
Pretty
for a
much.
relationship, but he was ready to have a wedding and get married and buy a house. What?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. It's done my head in since.
Cindy.
I can't tell you roll with it, but
So-
yeah.
How did you do? What did you do? What was the conversation? Did you just move out or?
We had no conversation
Yeah.
at that time. I couldn't speak to him for like probably 3 months. He wouldn't speak.
Yes.
But he was, like I said, he's FIFO, so he was away. But I rang, well, he was at home at the time, but then I rang him and I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, well, it's just not working out. And I was like, how's that? So anyway, there's this note. Part of the note was things saying like, I need you to pay pet bond and you can sign a lease and you can do this, that and the other till you find somewhere else to live. And I was like, hang on a minute. What are you talking? So anyway, the long story short, I ended up finding somebody. He sent me a lease agreement and everything. And I was
my
like,
God.
What are
So
you up
is he
to,
saying the
son?
lease agreement was to lease the house that was in his name, where you
Yeah.
were living? He wanted you to become a
Yeah.
tenant. You could stay there, but you had to be
Yeah.
a tenant of his.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
not how it
pretty
works.
Much.
That's
No,
not how it
and I
works.
thought, no, I'm not paying off your investment property. I'll go find somewhere else.
Yes.
So I
But
left.
also, as his wife, you were entitled to part of that property,
Yeah.
I would have thought, in a property settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I threw that at him. What was it called? Asset pool?
Yeah.
I said, mate, give me some time. Asset
Yes.
pool.
Yeah.
But I didn't go down that route. But yes, basically mine was the same thing. No argument, no nothing. He was his decision to move house and, buy a house and whatever. His decision to get married. And then, within 18 months, it's like, I'm not ready for a
I'm
relationship.
not ready for
I'm too busy
a
being at home.
relationship.
That's
You're in a
ridiculous.
relationship. Oh, Cindy.
But we are learning
thank
the best
you.
way to break up with somebody
I
is
know,
write them a note.
is a note, yeah.
So write that down, everyone. Literally.
Brooke's in Atwell. Morning, Brooke.
Good morning.
Okay, Brooke.
Brooke.
I know these are sad stories, Brooke. What have you got for us?
Okay, so mine's not really as bad as moving across the country or anything,
Sure.
but I got broken up with on Christmas.
Oh.
Brooke.
How long have you been
What did
together,
you do
Brooke?
to the ham that caused that to happen?
Yeah, so we were together for 3 years, but he was of that certain religion that didn't celebrate Christmas.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
So
yes.
we were actually going down to Esperance before Christmas just to go for a holiday there.
Yes.
And halfway down, he turned around and said, oh, I think we need a break. And I was like, are you kidding?
We're in Lake Grace.
Halfway
What are we
down
going to do? What do I get out of the car here? It is a long drive, to be fair. It
gonna
would
climb-
test the best
climb
of
Bluff Knoll?
relationships, but still.
Yeah. So we were living in a town 4 hours away at
Yeah.
the time. So
Yes.
turned
Okay.
around, took me back to that town.
Kalgoorlie,
all right,
obviously, yes.
Yeah,
Keep going.
yeah. And I just, I was like, I'll just go down to Perth then because my family down here, my friends down here. Come down for a couple days, and then so I spent Christmas, and then I got a text, or I texted him saying, okay, like I'm ready to come home, and then he texted me and said, oh no, it's not going to work.
It's not going to... The old classics of we need a break.
I know, and it's not
not
going to
gonna
work.
Yep.
Do you think
So-
that
But
was
also,
the
you can't do that in the middle of a road trip on your holiday. Pick a better time than that to say we
Yeah.
need a break. It's like, because
Christmas
then you've
time,
got
yeah.
to sit next to him for the next 2 hours while he drives you back
Oh, no,
again.
There's a whole
That's
lot of
just a
known
very
people.
awkward
Yeah.
silence.
It was.
Oh,
yeah.
Brooke.
So,
You've
yeah.
moved on, though, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Good
She's
girl.
a good catch, Brooke.
Yeah, she is.
I like that guy.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brooke. Brendan's in Applecross. Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Brendan.
Okay, we're talking about being dumped hard at a really bad time. What happened?
I met a young lady when I was travelling in England, a South African girl,
Yeah.
and we got together, decided to move back to Australia, so she came back with me as my de facto.
Yep.
We set up house, I bought her a car, got her all set up. So in January, we bought an apartment together.
Nice.
Her permanent residency came through around Australia Day, 26th of December, January, something
Yep.
around that.
Yep.
And then on Valentine's Day, she decides to break up with me.
Oh, 2.5
So-
weeks later.
2.5. And the part that really stung the most
Yes.
is the apartment that we bought together. When we had to separate, she didn't want the value of what we paid for it, even though we only owned it for 3 weeks. She wanted market value of $60,000 more than what we bought it for.
Oh, that is an absolute stitch up, Brendan.
So I had to pay that extra 30 grand just to break up with her.
That's a little.
And Brendan, the Valentine's Day, how did that? Had you organised something special? Like what happened on?
No. No, I had to work, so
Yeah.
'cause I work in hospitality, and she went out, and never came home. I rang all her friends and the next day, and about 4 o'clock the next day, she said that she'd been with somebody else and she wasn't coming back.
Brendan.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
Okay.
Brendan.
Well, I would
Total
say,
stitch up.
I know that it cost you that $30,000, but I would say you...
Money well spent?
Yeah, that's right. That you're better off without her, that's for sure.
Brendan, have you moved on? You got any fresh gear these days?
Oh, yes. No, well, I met my wife pretty much straight away
There you
after
go.
Oh, see, that was meant to be. Yeah, it was just a bad chapter. Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for the stories, everybody.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
One word, $5,000. Nova 937's missing word for ABC Blinds. Transform your home for less with ABC Blinds Spring Inspiration Sale. Save up to 40% off indoor blinds, shutters and sheer curtains.
All right, here we go. I reckon we're in the mood to give away $5,000, aren't you, Sean?
Well, Red Hot Chili Peppers said it best now.
All right. Well, our
Stanley said
boss
it
has
once.
said we have to. He said we have to give it away today. So maybe Meeta from Canning Vale, maybe this is your moment. Hello, Meeta.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay.
Meeta.
There's a
This
lot
is so
riding on
exciting.
this. Okay, so there's clues galore, Meeta. We've got, you can buy this in every spud shed. You can get it in the freezer section. Tony loves to serve it with some spuds. There's more than one recipe that uses this on the Spud Shed website. And yesterday, Ross told us it's full of vitamin C, but it's not an orange.
Plus, there's been heaps of guesses, one of which was not bananas.
Here's the sentence.
I never leave Spud Shed without grabbing some.
Meter for
Yep.
$5,000. What is the missing word?
I'm going to say onions.
Onions.
Never leaves them without the onions. Okay, can you get them the
You
frozen
can get them in the frozen
Can I
section.
just say, I was at Woolies down the road from us yesterday, Nat, and I was going to buy some onions. They were shit house.
No, that's because you should be going to Spud Shed to get them.
That's right. I will never go anywhere else other than Spud Shed.
Exactly. I'm sure there's more than one recipe on the Spud Shed website that uses onions. That makes sense. You can serve them with your spuds. You get them in every Spud Shed. Mm-hmm. What's the vitamin C content of an onion? I don't know.
No.
Did you look it up?
Have you seen those guys eat them raw?
Oh, yeah, Tony.
Tony
Abbott.
Budgies.
Yeah.
God damn, that was shocking.
Meter
Yeah.
for $5,000. Is onions the missing word? It is not, Meter. I know.
I kind of knew that.
Oh, I thought it was a good answer. Sorry, Meter. No joy. We move on to Sandra in Sawyers Valley. Hi, Sandra.
Hello.
Hi, Sandra.
Sandra. Okay, this could be your chance to swoop in. Of course, you've heard all the clues. We've heard all the guesses. Well, here, Tony, say the sentence again.
I never leave Spud Shed without grabbing some.
All right. Sandra, for $5,000, what's the missing word?
Broccoli.
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 That does have vitamin C in it.
Okay. What else? Oh, you can get it in the freezer section, which is
Oh,
important.
you can, yeah, the frozen florets. I'm sure it would be good served with some spuds. Obviously, you can get it in Spud Shed. How many recipes on the Spud Shed website has broccoli in it? Sandra, did you count?
There was 3, I think.
3.
3.
Yeah.
Interesting. Broccoli.
So $5,000, Sandra. What would you do with it?
I need to get my kitchen tiles and pay some bills.
Kitchen tiles.
But is it the word, Natalie, broccoli? It seems pretty simple,
Broccoli.
doesn't it?
It does
Seems
seem
simple.
very basic, doesn't
Yeah.
it? But is Tony a basic man? Is broccoli the missing word? Yes, it is! Sandra, you won $5,000!
Oh, my gosh.
Broccoli!
New tiles for the kitchen.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, did you put a lot of work into this, Sandra, throughout the week?
Yes, I have been. Yes, I've been researching.
Yes, studying.
Yes.
Did you go into Spud
Yes.
Shed to have a look around to see if it gave you some inspiration?
I didn't actually, but I do go there a bit, so I was, pretty sure.
Very nice. Wow,
Wow, some new
$5,000
tiling.
is all yours.
Oh, my gosh. You guys have made my day.
I know. Well,
Thank you.
I
Buy
would
some
hope so.
present. Send us some broccoli, frozen broccoli, please. Pack it up.
Congratulations. Sandra takes out the last $5,000 for Nova's missing word. But that means that we didn't get to hear Dave McClung's riddle. Dave, because you wrote your riddles, a little poem.
Sandra, I'm so annoyed because I wanted to do this.
Yeah, so you've ruined David's day.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Even more than us not wishing him a happy birthday yesterday.
I'm green and leafy, tree-like tall, a crunchy treat, a healthy call. Often steamed or roasted, quite a sight, a tasty choice, a veggie delight.
Oh, what a great... Did you write that all on your own, or did you get chat? I was going to say, that makes more sense.
Do you roast broccoli, though?
You can roast it.
Yeah. Yes.
When you're roasting your veggies for a roast veggie salad, broccoli comes up quite nicely. How dare you question
I questioned
Dave
the riddle.
and or Chat GPT.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
A new show is premiering on Channel 7 called Growing Home with Jamie Dury. It follows Jamie's family as they build a new eco home.
God, this would be
no
next
pressure.
level.
Imagine the arguments. Hello, Jamie.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, good, Jamie. Well, Natalie just said how the argument... When you're building with family, you've got the kids around. How do you go with that? Oh, you're in the car at the moment, eh, Jamie?
I am, yeah. But look, I have to say, it wasn't the easiest experience, but we felt like, after 5 years of researching all of the best sustainable ideas we could possibly get our hands on, we felt that was worth sharing.
Well, mate, that is a great beep. Have you been on over 50 shows I was reading on somewhere? And if so, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I started, 1998 with Backyard Blitz, and then hosted the first two series of The Block, and then ended up in the US for a little while and hosting a few shows there, and it was amazing experience because I got to work on so many different types of building and renovation shows.
Yeah.
So I guess pulling all that experience into this show here now in 2024. When really, cost of living crisis is sort of well truly upon our steps.
Yep.
We need all the energy saving advice we can get, and so that's really what this show is about. It's we're building an off the grid house, but there are ideas in here everywhere that could actually play into whatever your budget is.
Hey, Jamie, you just talked about that, and it is cost of living that we're all going through, and eco-friendly and power costs is a big deal, as you said. But is the initial cost of what we're going to see you do, the initial cost, quite a whack in the face?
Look, let's just say I'm taking one for the team. Right?
Yeah.
And whilst it might cost me a little extra, the idea of this show is that we expose these ideas, we create more awareness, and then as people start taking up these ideas, the costs start to come down. Yeah. And that it's about supply and demand, right? So it's the first time that anyone's really exposed these sorts of sustainable eco initiatives on primetime free-to-air TV. This is the sort of thing you'd normally see on ABC, SBS, So I think the idea of having this really exposed on primetime Channel 7 means that, these are ideas that everyone can adopt. And the more people that take these ideas up, the lower the costs will come down, and it will make it more cost-effective. But, look, we went and did a story on one house who had put down just 2 geothermal probes.
Yeah.
And it cost them $20,000, and they haven't had an energy bill in 3 years. They got a check back from their energy provider.
Oh,
so it's combining solar and geothermal, which has really enabled us to be grid independent. Yeah. And that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, for sure. Jamie, you mentioned that you did the first couple of series of The Block, and that has given us a twisted perception, that show, of how quickly things happen, like, that you can finish a house in like 8 weeks or whatever. We know that is not the case, and that you had to, you were filming over several years. How long was it a drawn-out process, and what blew it out for you?
Oh, look, we had a bit of we had a very difficult block, like 37-degree sloping block, lots of rock, lots of unstable clay. So, our shoring up and excavation process was a little longer than we had expected. But look, we've still managed to come in at 20 months, which is not bad.
That is pretty good, yeah.
for a house of that caliber, it was pretty. We were quite grateful. But yes, to keep a film crew rolling for 20 months is a process.
Yeah,
and
Jesus.
The crew were coming in once or twice a week to sort of pick up all the pivotal moments. But over the last 3 months, 4 months, we've had crews there every day because stuff's moving and changing so dramatically. But it's really cool because you're getting to see the bones of the building and we're not only exposing all of these eco initiatives and 5 years of research, but I'm also kind of showing a very raw look at my family going through all of this with rising interest rates.
Yeah.
And we've had to go back to the bank a couple of times and borrow more money. And
you're obviously living in a caravan while you're doing it.
Yeah, we rented a house at the end of the street, which we thought we'd rent for a year, and we've been there 3 years. So, it's kind of, that's just the joys of building, and I think we'll appreciate it when all is said and done. But, yes, it's I have a very, very tolerant, beautiful fiance who's been doing a great job, not only giving birth to but raising our children whilst I've been swinging the hammer and laying concrete. So it's been a tough process, but Amika's done a great job. She even wrote the music for the show.
Oh wow!
Oh, really?
She's so talented.
Oh,
yeah, that's amazing.
Gee, that is
and you say little kids, but you're talking a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old, right? Little kids.
Yeah, but those births are on the show. Don't worry, it's all out there.
It really is everything, the whole package.
Hey,
it's a family affair.
Jamie, one of the things about when you build a home, and I have never gone to your level, obviously, but when it's done, you go, oh, if only I'd have put that PowerPoint over there. Now, how many times have you got many things that you
Any regrets?
kind of like, oh, if I had have tweaked this?
Yeah, look, there's been a couple of moments like that, but actually, as the house has evolved, it kind of grows on you.
Yeah.
And we're working with some really talented architects who are kind of thinking 5 steps ahead. And it's like anything, right? If you catch someone cutting their hair halfway through, you go, I don't know whether I like that, but come at the end of the haircut and it all looks fabulous.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can see the whole process. It kicks off tonight, 8:30 on Channel 7. Thanks so much for talking to us, Jamie Jury.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks so much, guys.
Happy days.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Good morning to everybody, except all you people that queued to go to Starbucks yesterday.
PR Awards.
I know it was exciting that it's something new that's opening up and we've seen it on TV and everything, but don't queue. People are queuing. Like, it's still open today and tomorrow and the next day.
No, I just
Why
couldn't do
queue
it.
on the first day?
I don't know.
Who's
Why
got
just
time
taking
to do
photos of
that?
yourself there in the line?
I don't know.
Starbucks.
I've had Starbucks in Singapore, which presumably it's the same. And as a cup of coffee, I'm a bit of a coffee snob. I drink long black, so I'm not going your Ventis with the 2 pumps of pumpkin spice or whatever. I'm not going to do that, right? And so I look at it from a pure coffee point of view, and I'm like, I think I prefer the ones that come across the road.
Yeah.
From Blacklist.
Yeah. And lining up. I mean, the only place I line up for is Metros. But, I wouldn't line up.
I know. And lining up in the drive-through for hours to drive through and get a Starbucks coffee.
That's ridiculous.
And it wasn't a pop-up where there was a limited time. It's there. It's still there.
Yeah.
For the weekend.
But remember the donut shop when it just opened?
Krispy Kreme
Krispy
opened.
Kreme?
It's the same, isn't it?
Mate.
We love a queue, don't we?
Not these two people.
We love a queue to something that's new. I don't get it. It's
Starbucks.
No, thank you. But if you did, I hope you enjoyed it.
Does it last?
The feeling,
yes,
of buying Starbucks on the first day.
Yeah.
I guess it's bragging rights, maybe.
Probably.
I was there on the very first. No, it's not much of a brag, is it?
No.
Anyway, enjoy your Starbucks, everybody.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Time for us to get out of here because we've worked hard today, Sean. So
I'm
hard.
sweating like a demon.
Now, Monday, I've got the day off, but Nathan's back. But
Yes,
if he's
he'll be back.
not, It's the Sean Show. It's
Wow.
everything you've ever dreamed of.
This is it.
Can
I mean,
you
who am I
imagine?
going to get on? It's going to be footy, cricket. I'll throw some cricket in there.
We have spoken about sport a lot this week, have you noticed?
Yeah,
Without
yeah.
Nathan being
I
here.
know.
It was like we have to sneak it in under
We throw
cover.
cricket in left, right, and
I know.
centre.
We had a lot of
totally
cricket.
against him. Horse racing beyond, it'll be full on.
Hello, Ross. Can you imagine the Sean Show?
Monday, yeah. Sport. Touch of chauvinism. Sport.
Exactly. A touch is probably, underselling it a little bit.
Hey, Nat, I didn't ask you. You may have spoken about it this morning, but how did your comedy gig go last
Oh, yeah,
night?
it was good.
Oh,
It
you
was
didn't
a
speak
fun
about it.
time.
Sorry,
Yeah.
What got the laughs?
So, can't tell you. But I was talking about here's an interesting fact about me that I've noticed recently. And so this is what I kind of built my thing around. So I wear a Fitbit, right?
Yes.
And I noticed the other day that when I walk now, if I'm just walking normally, subconsciously, I swing my Fitbit arm more than the other arm because to make sure that the steps count. That's not normal, is it?
No, well, I have a Fitbit, and if I miss it at the gym, so I forget to take it to the gym, I'll go home, put it on, and just tell it I'm exercising for 2 hours, so it thinks I exercise for the 30 minutes I would. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we had a few guys in my footy team back in the day who we had GPS trackers, so that they just put it on their dog, take it down the park, throw the ball.
That's a good
Look
idea.
how busy I am in
Look,
the
I'm
afternoon.
doing some sprints.
Well, you're getting up to 40 k's an hour. I'm not sure if that's accurate.
You need a fat, slow dog to do it, don't you?
All right, enjoy Monday off, Nat. Sean, see
Thanks,
you
mate.
for all the sport happening Monday.
Oh, it's going to be full on, Ross.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.